without further ado, let's get into it. Start with our first game here between these two players. Counting down that magical sound. Sugar Candy Man, damn right. Hey, I went to an Aqua concert last year. It was outrageous because it was just incredibly fun. And Lean is incredibly hot. God damn, I'm a Finnish girl. She's smoking. But anyway, on to more important things like StarCraft, or perhaps it's more important. I'm not actually sure. Oh, whoops! Not the Dota screen. We want the StarCraft screen, don't we, guys? You don't want Dota, do you? You want StarCraft right now. I'm thinking that's what we want. All right, let's do this. Let's lag firstly. Alright, so starting down at the bottom right-hand side as our blue player for QED, it is Ghost. Is it Ghost? Or Ghost? I'm gonna go with Ghost. Someone in the chat, let me know what you think it is. We'll turn Tactician on as well. There we go. And up in the top left-hand side for mGG is our, screw you, Tactician, is our red Terran player by the name of Thoth. So he's, Thoth is one of the founding, the founding member of mGG, I believe, and he's back after quite a while of inactivity, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. We'll have to fix up Tactician. Actually, I can probably fix it up now. I mean, we're at the start of a TVT. It's not as if anything is actually going to happen, right, guys? Nothing ever happens in this matchup right at the start. Come on, work. Work! Work, I say! Yes! Alright, cool. Now we can do all sorts of fun things. Okay. Alright. So, of course, Ghost. I'm going to go with Ghost. Ghost was a random player, so he did spawn as a Terran, so this will be interesting to see how Thoth reacts to this. Of course, when you're playing against a random, you want to try and get down there and have a quick look as soon as you can, just to see what's going on, which race they are, how you'll need to respond to that, and so pretty much by now, presuming Thoth was watching the map there, he should know that his opponent is a Terran, getting a little bit of lag in game. Don't know what's up with that, but hopefully nothing on the stream. And he's going to just scout, have a quick scout, sees no gas at the moment, of course. From time to time, you will see some players grab like a Marauder-based opening. Of course, the Marauder Concussive Shell Expand, it's still about sometimes in TVT, not very often. If you've been playing Heart of the Swarm, it's definitely around there quite a lot because of the fact that people like to use Reapers. Of course, Ghost is going to have a quick look himself, and we'll see that there is no gas just for the moment for Thoth as well. So both players starting out pretty similar, both of them getting out a Marine each, and we'll obviously, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is in-game and it's not me. Someone's lagging in-game. It must be Chill. But anyway, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, there you go. It's bloody Alpha. Alright. Everyone abuse Alpha in the chat. Tell him to get out. And for starters at the moment, both players going to go down for a quick expand with Gogos. Just taking his now. And Thoth also went for his pretty quickly as well. So just standard sort of macro-based plays. Of course, Ohana, the map where you will see very standard sorts of things. From time to time, you will get the odd, perhaps the odd proxy racks in a sort of position somewhere around here or something like that. But definitely not going to be here this time. I'll be interested to see how these guys follow it up. There you go, guys. Good job. Good job. Goosty. Is it Goosty? Burks? Is that how you say it? Goosty? Burks, if that's right. Post again, man. So Thoth, he's taken his expansion, just about got that one done. Gonna switch that over into the orbital command. Ghost T. Oh, okay, whatever. Alright, Ghost T, not too far behind. Is that some sort of weird play on Goatsy? Is that what I'm feeling here from that name? But let's just have a look at the Ghosty Can. Let's just have a look and see what he's up to right now. Let's watch this crazy APM from him. up to 75 APM there, cranking out those keys and running around with those Marines and the SCVs, looking randomly at the bottom of his base. Going to try and catch this SCV. Not going to catch him, unfortunately. We'll head back to that watchtower. Meanwhile, for Thoth's vision, let's have a look at what he's up to. Cranking out a couple more Marines. He's got some more racks. He's got A-racks and a factory also on the way. So I'm thinking we may see just sort of very slow-based stuff out of him. Meanwhile, for Ghosty, he's got that. Obviously going to switch over into the reacted Hellions going to come out from him very soon. He's going to have quite a surplus of gas as well, so we'll keep an eye on his next particular piece of tech, which I'm assuming is going to be a starport. He's going to throw that one down, so it looks like it will be a starport with the medevac, of course, coming up very shortly after that's done, leading into a Hellion drop, and we'll see how Thoth is going to prepare for that. He's got, back at his own home, he's got a tech lab on the way. The second Rax has been cranking out a couple of Marines as well. Looks like the extra starport for him is actually down the back. Very interesting position there for that one. Little bit weird that that's down the back, but I don't know. Either way, not really going to affect too much here. So, of course, Ohana with a couple of big issues, obviously being the fact that you can drop in at these sort of multiple points just coming in here. So Thoth is going to have to be very careful of all these sorts of areas here where he's going to have to watch out for those drops. Of course, another option can be down the back through the side of the natural as well. And, you know, if you want to be really daring, you can try and drop them in here and sort of get them roaming around from that position. But he is going to just have a quick look about, wants to make sure his opponent does not have that very quick third base at all. You know, you don't want your opponent sitting there with way more Marines, SCVs and income than you, especially at this stage of the game. It looks like Ghosty is actually, I think if we lift this and he's going to switch the factory over, I think he's going to go for mech, but I'm not particularly sure. We'll have a look in a minute. I'd sort of expect to see another gas by now, and not to mention the armories. Interestingly enough, the armory has first come up from Thoth, so he's also got a couple of Vikings on the way. We do have Cloak being researched right now, a couple of Hellions still poking about on the map. Third base very quickly there from Thoth. He's just wanting to get straight into that tech. Where is there actually, there isn't actually a Banshee out on the map yet, is there? No, there's not. There is one for Ghosty. He's actually just heading across right now. Does not have Cloak on the way, so he's not going to be picking up anything like that. I don't know, is this some sort of mind game here from Thoth? I think perhaps he's hoping that his opponent will scan it and think that he's actually getting a lot of Cloak Banshees or something like that, or perhaps he's just clicked it and doesn't realize that he's gone for that. No, there is a Banshee. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now, but the Banshee from Ghosty is going to come up very shortly as well. Going to try and get some kills done with that. So both players looking to just really hold back for the moment until that Banshee gets in. Definitely is going to be Mecha Third Command Center also on the way. Banshee now heading inside for Ghosty. He's just going to have a quick peek in here. There aren't too many SCVs here. I'm not really sure what's going on. As you can see, that starport up the back is actually cancelled. So Thoth is in a little bit of trouble right now, but he does have Viking coming across. Looks like he will be able to get rid of the Banshee, but at what cost? 8 kills have already been taken by this Banshee. She's going to grab one more, maybe 2, and that was very nicely done there. 10 worker kills in total here for Ghosty, so he's done he's done a pretty good job of that. And as you can see, Thoth is just going to try and recover with his third orbital command across at the opposite base. So I'm a little bit, like, I don't want to say I have no clue what's going on, because I can see the semblance of a build here, but this is sort of a little bit of a weird composition. It looks like he may be going for some variation of a weird little 1-1-1 there, but Ghosty is a man after my own heart. He's got the Hellions coming along there. Of course, Mech is researching those upgrades as well. We've got Blue Flame being researched at this tech lab here. Siege mode already done. Who's going to be happy when we get to Heart of the Swarm and you don't have to research Siege mode? That's going to be absolutely insane. But that'll be a bit of fun to play around with. But for Thoth, he's still just continuing to crank these units out. We just got the, you know, sort of, relatively speaking, it's just a 1-1-1 at the moment. He's currently sitting on quite a large bank as well. 800 minerals, 200 gas. He's getting quite a lot of these these various units out. We got a few Marines out on the map. He's got a total of 49 SCVs at the current time. Ghosty is currently sitting on 50 himself, so we'll have to see which of these guys. It looks like the economic bonus is kind of going towards Thoth. Of course, he's had this third base up a lot longer than his opponent has. Interestingly enough, Ghosty is actually going to fix up his gas firstly. I'm going to grab the gas first there at that base before even landing an orbital command. But what I would love to see right now from Thoth is another couple of factories. We're sort of sitting in a position where he can throw down these extra, well, actually, I say a couple of extra factories just purely because he got a second one right now. So I'm assuming he's kind of going to be going for, he's going to go for some sort of mech composition, but it's kind of like we've still got Marines coming out. So I'm not too sure of exactly what the plan is right now. There it is. Alright, so double armory, researching +1 on the vehicle weapon, so he definitely is going for a mech style here. It's just an issue of trying to fix up this mineral line here. There's very, very little SCVs here. I'm not really sure what's happened. We got a massive oversaturation at the natural. May need to sort of fix that one up a little bit just to make sure everything is mining efficiently. Meanwhile, for Ghosty, he's sitting up there with his own 60 SCVs, quite a lot here at the natural as well. He's doing it much better inside the main, though. Almost full capacity on those minerals there, and it looks as if Thoth getting prepared. He's got his +1 done. He's now going to move out with the 2 Thors, a couple of tanks, a couple of Banshees up in the sky, and quite a lot of Marines as well. Is he going to push across the map? We'll find out very soon. He's taken his 5th and 6th gas here at the 3rd base. Still have not gotten rid of the rocks. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but obviously it does help out with protecting against possible Hellion run-bys. But for the moment, Ghosty, of course, because he actually is not totally sure of what's going on, has no real preparations just yet. But the thing about mech, as everyone will know, is that you don't really need to be prepared for certain attacks, just because, you know what, press that E button on the siege tank, siege them up, have a couple of Vikings around just in case, and then you're good to go. So he's sitting in a nice position right now. He's up at 157 supply, getting that 3rd base operational very soon. It looks like he is getting prepared for an attack, though. There was a scan just to have a quick look at what's going on. Thoth behind all of this is now taking a 4th and a 5th base. Very daring right now. He's going for this contain. He's going to try and make sure his opponent is sitting inside his base and not getting any harassment done. In fact, you know, speaking of right now, has there been any harassment apart from that early Banshee? Very interesting game from when you look at it that way. But Thoth, as we said, has moved across. We've got a lot of high-powered units here. The Banshees, of course, doing that extra damage when they are dropping down those little the backlash rockets there. The Thors, of course, doing their 33 damage on those ground units. It looks like Ghosty is actually slipped a few Hellions behind enemy lines, and he may be able to get inside his opponent's main base. Going to try and get... No, he's actually going to go for the 3rd. Just decided this is a better place to go. Normally at this point there will be quite a lot more SCVs there, but unfortunately, I suppose you could say, for Ghosty right now, there's not too much to kill, so he's done a little bit of harassment and will be able to do quite a lot there. But I mean, you know, when it comes down to it, that was just that was around about 6 or 7 Hellions for, you know, pretty much 6 SCVs. I don't think that's particularly worth it. But obviously, as we can see, it looks like Thoth is still just camping out here. He's pitched a tent. He's sort of sitting there and waiting for a move to happen here from Ghosty, and it has happened. We got checkerboard tanks now moving out, slowly leapfrogging over each other, trying to get into position to take some shots on these Thors and the tanks that are there as well. Will Thoth be prepared for this? He needs to be very careful. But it looks like the Hellions now coming across, providing some vision there for the tanks, and Thoth really needs to back out right now. I don't know if this is the best sort of position for him, but we'll see. If Ghosty is on the ball, here come the Banshees just floating by. They're going to take down those tanks quick, smart. The Vikings from Ghosty finally coming along. There is a point defense drone, and Cloak is finally activated. I think that is actually just revealed now. That is actually the first time that Ghosty has actually seen that his opponent has that. But joke's on you, buddy. He's got a Raven and a couple of those Vikings. So it looks like Thoth did get a decent amount of damage done here. I mean, he took down quite a lot of those tanks, but his opponent still sitting up there with all of these factories pumping. We've also got a couple of these starports as well, and he's still sitting in a very nice position, up at 177 supply. He's got 2-2 on the way, and it's very close to being done. 4th and 5th base is also on the way here for Ghosty. So we'll see if he's able to push out, or if he's just going to sort of sit back for the moment. One Thor has come down. The mighty Thor goes down in a ball of flames, and that will be the end of that guy. So we're still sort of sitting in this very odd spot where there's sort of minimal mining going on at the moment for Thoth. Perhaps needs to drop down some of these mules that are sitting inside the orbital commands here as well. But I really think he just needs to make sure that all of his gas is coming in. There we go, now fixing up all the gas there. And another small issue which he's sort of fixing up now is just sort of the lack of production. He's sort of sitting on just the 4 factories, and you're on 5 bases. You really need to start sitting at a total of factories, much more like Ghosty. So Ghosty up to 7 factories at the moment, with that 1 starport also there. Looks like Thoth is going to try and transition out of this into battle cruisers, but the problem is that with very little gas available, he's going to have a very hard time actually getting these battle cruisers out. And while, of course, the battle cruisers will be fantastic against these tanks, you know, with just a few of these Vikings out, perhaps a point defense drone or 2, Thoth is looking like he's in a little bit of trouble right now. So the approach of Ghosty's tanks now coming up is going to just lay waste to that command, the orbital command. Is it going to be lifted? I don't think so. It looks like Thoth is trying to take his own position here just to make sure his opponent cannot push in any further. Line of tanks has now been erected here by Ghosty. He's got, wow, a total of 22 tanks. He's currently also sitting on 9 Vikings and 1 Raven, along with the 12 Hellions that are sitting just back at home. They're just chilling out. There's no need to go into battle right now. But the army for Thoth currently sitting at a total of 8 Thors, which is quite a lot. I mean, that's definitely a large amount of Thors. He's also got 17 Marines just randomly spaced out. There they are, just in the map there, just surviving quite a lot through this game. Also 4 Banshees up in the air and 1 Viking. So I think Thoth is in a very dangerous and precarious position right now. He did get those bases, those extra bases, a lot earlier than his opponent, but his sort of his income has been lacking quite a lot. And now with the attempted transition into the battle cruisers, he's going to try and get them out, get your fusion core dancing, working. Looks like the Yamato cannon is going to be fixed up first, going to have that available to throw that down on some of his opponent's tanks. But I mean, there are so many tanks, and Ghosty actually has just a ridiculous amount of production capability. Look at all of this. He can just, you know, lose a couple of tanks, throw out another 6 at a time. No big deal, my friend. And he's just going to sort of, he's going to wander around, control all of these bases. As we can see, the Hellions finally getting into position here, coming along to that 4th base, going to get rid of the mules, along with the SCVs as well. Well, at least I hope. Come on, Ghosty, just move along, get that going. Nope, he's just going to sit there for the moment. Looks like we are going to have quite a big battle in the middle of the map here. Ghosty's decided the best sort of position to fight is from the inside the tall grass there. Unbeknownst to him, his opponent has now just moved across and he's going to take down this 4th base. So that's going to be a small victory there for Thoth, but the question is, will he be able to get out? Look at all of these tanks just lining up with their Crucio shock cannons. 60 damage against armored units. Thoth is not having any of it. He's just going to move by and try and get down to his opponent's 3rd. Ghosty, meanwhile, is taking down Thoth's 3rd base, and that is going to turn this into a very interesting sort of base race. I'm not sure if Thoth can win this. I mean, he's got all of these tanks with 2-3 looking very nice here, and Thoth is about to be dealing with 22. Or perhaps a little bit lower, but a little bit of a lower count of tanks, perhaps a little bit of a mistake there from Ghosty. Look at that, we got some unsieged tanks, and that may cost him the game. Is that going to cost him? He's just lost almost every single tank. He's down to 5, 11 Hellions, and just a few Vikings remain up in the air. In fact, all of them are gone, and Thoth is going to be putting himself in a beautiful position right now. All we need to see is him marching up into the production capability of Ghosty, and that is going to be it. And there it is, a GG. And I think just a small problem there from Ghosty, just unsieging some of those tanks, marching them into where his opponent was. And, you know, as they say with mech, and, you know, you guys know that I like to mech quite a lot, and I say it all the time, mech is not impossible. What you need to do is be absolutely crisp and careful and spot on with everything that you do. Unfortunately for Ghosty there, unsieged tanks, moved tanks right into the firing line of his opponent, and went down for the count. So mGG take the first game with Thoth doing a really good job of just sort of taking advantage of his opponent's sort of immobility for a small part of that game. And what we'll do is go into game number 2 shortly. Hopefully you're all enjoying this cast so far. Please be sure to jump on to Facebook. It's duckville.casting, as you can see there, facebook.com/duckville.casting. Go and like that page for me. It'd be awesome. It'd be rad. It'd be cowabunga, if that's still a word. I don't know if that's a word now. But yeah, pretty good start from mGG.